Welcome back, Truth Seeker. February 3rd, 2019, Super Bowl Sunday. Before the game, one of the deaths in the news is longtime radio broadcaster Irv Brown, popular in Denver, Colorado, where he hosted a local sports talk show. And I want to show you what's so interesting about this man dying at age 83 before the Super Bowl. We're also going to talk about the deaths of NFL former player and coach Wade Wilson and the star player who's remembered in the film Remember the Titans, all of these men dying in recent days. But Irv Brown, dead at age 83. No one will ever question the death of an 83-year-old. Most people think, well, he lived a very long life. What's interesting, though, about this number is the gematria relevance. Football, for example, equals 83. If you look at the faces of the NFL for more than a decade, they've been Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Tom Brady's born on August 3rd, 83. Peyton Manning was born on the 83rd day of the year, March 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Think about how Peyton Manning, he won the golden anniversary of the Super Bowl with the team from Colorado. Now, this man who's dead at 83, he called his sports games out of Colorado. Colorado happens to be the 38th state, having a gematria of 83. When the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl, the golden anniversary, by the way, the word gold equals 38, they won it on the 38th day of the year, February 7th. There's also a song that came out in 1983. It's about how killing people is as simple as A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Just what gematria is. The song's called Murder by Numbers by the band The Police. Murder equals 83. They said this man had a 44-year radio career, which is interesting because today, the day he died, is a date with 44 numerology. Also 17. Kill happens to have gematria of 44 and 17, and on this day, we get the rematch of the Super Bowl from 17 years earlier, where the Rams lost in Super Bowl 36 with 17 points. It's the Patriots' 59th season, the 17th prime number. I noticed this man, he retired from radio April 7th, 2016, April 7th, 47. April 7th, 2016 was also a date with 47 numerology. Great day to retire from radio by the numbers. Don't forget, 47 is a very special number. It symbolizes foundation to Freemasonry. American football credited to Freemasonry. The first Super Bowl season was the 66-67 season, which was the 47th season of the NFL. Foundation 47. It's why this nation's birthday is the 4th day of the 7th month. Today's also the 34th day of the year. There are 4 base ciphers. And the most pure murder is 34. This man dead on the 34th day of the year. Now, reading Irv Brown's biography, he was born March 3rd, 1935, and he graduated from high school in the year 53. And here we are just before Super Bowl 53. 53, 35, reflections of each other. 53, a very special number to the NFL. As we'll build on, it's Super Bowl 53 today. The first ever Super Bowl was won by the Packers with 35 points. Reflections. From his birthday to today is 337 days later. That matters because that's the 68th prime number. And this guy was a local Denver celebrity. Denver is 68. Notice also the 11 months, football, a game of 11 on 11, the master number in numerology. Also, with regards to 337 being the 68th prime, sacred geometry equals 68. And the reason that matters is because the most important shape in sacred geometry is the Vesica Piscis, the overlap of the circles, as you see on the screen, which is also the shape of a football. And notice Vesica Piscis equals 53. Again, it's why the NFL has a 53-man roster, a 53 and a third yard wide field. What the translation of Vesica Piscis is fish's bladder. And would you believe it? Fish's bladder 53. Our entire language is cleverly thought out in gematria, which means geometry and language, which is based in sacred geometry. None of this is arbitrary. At the very beginning of this season, after Monday Night Football, I said, let's watch out for a Patriots and Rams Super Bowl rematch. And I did that in a number of videos. Here's one from September 16th. Just let you hear this right here, what I was saying. Been covering this all year. 53-man roster, 53-yard wide field. The reason why is because the shape of the football, its name in sacred geometry is the Vesica Piscis, which equals 53. Look at the Gematria Vesica Piscis up here. Aaron Rodgers at a $134 million contract, 13 weeks and 4 days before his birthday. 82, we're watching out for that number. All these Sunday night football games this year are starting at 8:20 Eastern time. First year they've ever had that start time. John Madden's 82 years old this year. The Rams are in their 82nd season. We're keeping an eye on the Rams. Los Angeles got that 53. We're keeping an eye on the Patriots, 53. New England Patriots, 82. Could we see a rematch of the Super Bowl from after 9/11? In light of the Rams winning Monday Night Football to start the season when it was September 11th on the East Coast, it's very possible. 9/11, the Patriots, the Patriot Act, the you-know-who's and the ram horn. It's all symbolism. So anyway, there's more information here. Another thing that I should mention in light of the 82 thing, and that I hadn't caught on to that early in the year, was that Super Bowl LIII, which is what this Super Bowl is in Roman numerals, is 82. But here, keeping on theme with the people who aren't going to be watching Super Bowl 53, that includes Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson just died at age 60 on his birthday, February 1st, 2019. Now, notice he was born Charles Wade Wilson. The name Charles has a gematria of 42, so does birthday, dead on his 60th birthday. February, dead on the first day of February 42. And it looks like I forgot to write it up here, but 2 + 1 + 20 + 19 was a date with 42 numerology. Notice Super Bowl LIII is 181. That's the 42nd prime number. 42nd prime. So this man was born in 59. The man who just died here 2 days before the Super Bowl, born in Texas, football country. 59 is the 17th prime number. Again, it's the Patriots' 59th season. Rematch of the Rams from 17 years earlier. Date was 17 numerology. His name has gematria of 191, which is the 43rd prime. Football also has the gematria of 43. Wade Wilson's 44. The Super Bowl is on a date with 44 numerology, as we covered. Again, Charles has the 42 connection. Football is also 29. In case you're new here, the way these ciphers work, the dark green is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z, the 26 letters, 26, just the alphabetic order. Next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. You still go A is 1, and you count all the way up to Z, but you use the rules of numerology. So, for example, Z, instead of being 26 in this cipher, it's the numerology of 26, which is just 2 + 6 is 8. Just make each letter a single-digit number by adding the digits together. Next cipher is the reverse alphabetic order. Z is 1, back to A is 26. Simple. And the last cipher is the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Notice Wilson's 34 in that cipher. The Super Bowl's on the 34th day of the year. Every year, like clockwork, people drop dead for these games. And it's because they have the numbers in their name, in their career, in their life that correspond with the event. In the case of Wade Wilson, this is the 99th NFL season. The 99th NFL season. And this man finished his career, look in the touchdown column here, with 99 career touchdowns. The 99th NFL season. And also, just recently dead, player at age 65, former football player Julius Campbell, who's remembered in the film Remember the Titans. Not only did he die at age 65, but he died on a date with 65 numerology. And the high school that the film that he played for and that the film's made about is T.C. Williams High School, which equals 99. And of course, this is another big number we've talked about since before even the season began. New England equals 99. New England came into this season with 523 franchise wins, which is the 99th prime number. We talked about how Aaron Donald was the most 99 man in the league. Aaron Donald of the Rams, he wears the number 99. His jersey's 99. His birthday is May 23rd, 523. Again, 523, the 99th prime. He ended his offseason holdout 99 days after his birthday. There's a whole lot more here. There's so much more to these riddles. And if your eyes are open, you might even catch something on the screen. Over the last month or two, I've covered a number of other deaths that seem to be synced up with the Super Bowl, including a former Atlanta Falcon in light of the Falcons hosting the Super Bowl in their 53rd season. And just watch. After the game's over, maybe even more today, in the days and weeks that follow, you're going to see more people die in connection to this game. Not only these games rigged and scripted by this code, but people are murdered by this code. And it's because the people who rule over us are a cult. They don't think and believe like you and I do. A lot of their practices are dark. They involve energy. They involve things such as Kabbalah and Hermeticism, which is where all this comes from, the number encoding. So just understand, they have reasons. We're not educated in the occult. I figured this stuff out from paying attention, observation, documenting. Just watch. Every year, sports season starts, playoffs roll around. Today's game is in tribute to this man who just died. You know, it's obvious a lot of times a coach, a player, a broadcaster. I mean, it's the same thing every time a season starts up, the playoffs roll around, the championship. It's just clockwork. And for years, I looked at this stuff and said, come on, this stuff's not a coincidence. Something's going on here. Then finally figured out this code. Letters, numbers, gematria. The whole English language is built on this code. So if you want to learn more, be sure to pick up the book. Be sure to sign up for the Patreon for $1. You can join for a month. You get the daily podcast. And also, if you want to hop on today for $1, you can join the live stream. I'm going to be live streaming the entire Super Bowl, just talking about the scripting throughout the game. You know, $1. All the podcasts and all the live stream today. There's other tiers if you want more content, but for $1, you get a ton. I continue to say, when there's 10,000 people here pledged at $1, I'm going to hire an employee. They're going to get half the pledge money for their salary. And with that person, they're going to help take this to the next level. And we're going to continue to build at $1 a month until we have 1 million people here and we have a full news studio and we got a team on the ground. And, you know, Gematria Effect Studios is live from the Super Bowl, educating people on the street. That's the goal here, because this knowledge needs to get out. It needs to reach everybody. People need to know what's going on. Think about how much money is getting poured into the Super Bowl today. And how many of those people pouring all this money in realize that they're about to watch a theatrical event planned and scripted, been planned and scripted since before the season even began. I'm going to explain something to you about how scripted these games are real quick. I'm going to pull up the player Sony Michel. He played in the college championship between Alabama and Georgia. He played for Georgia. That's where Nick Saban won his 6th championship at age 66. And he's wearing the number 26 for the Patriots. This season began on the 26th of Elul on the Hebrew calendar, on a date with 26 numerology and a massive 26 ritual, which we predicted before the game was even played between the Eagles and Falcons. In that game, the Falcons stayed at 351 franchise wins, which is the 26th triangular number. And I want you to see that from Sony Michel's birthday, which is also Michael Jordan's birthday, February 17th, 2018 to today, the day of the game, I want you to see this. It's 351 days later. And why does that matter? It matters because 351 is the 26th triangular number. The 26th. He wears 26. This season's been all about 26. Research the conference championships and see who's going for 26. The AFC just won the Pro Bowl with 26 points. The Rams just advanced to the Super Bowl with 26 points. Sony Michel from Georgia, the Super Bowl in Georgia. For all of this to be this perfect, it means that it has to be planned and scripted very far in advance. Alabama beat Georgia with 26 points in that college championship that's in the same building the Super Bowl's in today. And there's even more to this riddle, but I just want you to understand how deep this is. So we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. I got to be honest as well. I think the best thing to do is not even watch the game. I was planning not to watch the game today and just to work on my book, which I'm finishing up. But by popular demand, a lot of people on Patreon really want me to do a live stream. And, you know, we're going to do it because that's what the people want. But I really think the best thing to do is to not watch the game, not give them any ratings, you know, because that's what they want. They want the mind's eye of the masses. So talk about this more after the game's over. Until next time, Truth Seeker.